Welcome back to the GBA Season 10 Week 4. Today we're battling versus Q and his team, the Chicago Dragapults. Now this matchup was pretty hard to build for, but I think we've got a solid looking team. Let's go over it now. Leading off, we've got the Iron Leaves. We've got Terra type Fire with a booster energy to boost our speed, Night Slash, Psyblade, Terra Blast for Fire, and Swords Dance. The idea is that the reason we've got Night Slash in for the first, the reason we got Night Slash is so that we can KO the Dragapult. Psyblade generally hits most of the team, barring the Scizor and other things like the Mesprit, in which case Night Slash handles them and Terra Blast Fire handles them too. Moving on, we have Choice Specs Walking Wake with Hydro Pump, Surf, Flamethrower, and Draco Meteor. We have Hydro Pump just in case we need that little extra power. It's very unreliable, obviously it can miss, so that's why we have Surf. The reason we have Surf over Hydro Steam is because Hydro Steam, there's not going to be any sun this game, so Surf is the better pick, having 10 base power more. We're also EV'd in speed to outspeed the Tauros. That's pretty much the only thing we can outspeed with the Walking Wake. And Choice Specs Walking Wake literally has barely any switch-ins on their team, which is like it's a must-have bring. Next up, we've got Moltres. We figured Moltres might actually do some decent work this game. If we get up a double dance, agility, and nasty plot, we'll be absolutely golden. The only thing we'd have to worry about is the Iron Hands, really, because that thing is very bulky on the special side, especially if he brings Assault Vest like he did in the week 2. Then we have Rotom Heat, who is specially defensive to basically take hits from the Iron Moth. We've got the Thunder Wave so we can paralyze the Iron Moth if need be, and the Dragapult potentially if it's a special Dragapult. We brought Hex so that we can hit potentially the Dragapult for super effective damage if we do Thunder Wave it, or if we can catch on the switch in, and that's about it. Moving on, we've got Great Tusk. We brought physically defensive Great Tusk as one of our main ways to counter the Iron Hands, the Scizor, the Paldea Tauros, the Ursaring potentially, and the Dragapult if it's physical. Bear in mind, my opponent did bring physical Dragapult the last week, and I'm fully expecting them to bring it again this week because it pairs well with Iron Moth. Finally, we have Gengar, who is running a Choice Scarf with Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Trick. This thing is there to basically, if they're Booster Energy Iron Moth, we want to get a speed type for a start and go for that Psychic or Sludge Bomb if we predict the Terra Grass. Also, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball coverage hits their team pretty hard. Psychic's great because it's going to hit the Iron Hands for super effective damage and the Tauros. And that's about it. That's the team. So I'm about to have the game right now. Wish me luck, and I'll see you in the team preview. All right, Q has brought to, well, pretty much the team we kind of expected. We didn't really think they'd bring Enamorus, but that's still fine. We can handle Enamorus, no problem. So they've got their potential Terra type, which is the Iron Moth, which is Fire and Grass, I believe its Terra types are. And they brought the Mesprit as well. So I'm looking at this matchup and I'm thinking they probably lead with either the Mesprit or they go ballsy and lead straight with the Iron Moth to kind of try and throw us off a bit. But I don't think they'll be doing that, to be honest with you. So what I'm thinking of leading with is Rotom. And they could lead with the Dragapult as well. That's always a possibility. If they lead with the Dragapult, we've got no switch-ins. I'm thinking of leading with Gengar, expecting the Dragapult. So I might go ahead and do that. They might not expect the Choice Scarf Gengar. I'm really nervous about this. I know if they lead with Mesprit, then we can Shadow Ball that thing in the face as well. If they go with the Iron Hands, we've got the Great Tusk in the back. If they lead with the Enamorus, we've got the Rotom Heat. If they lead with Tauros, we've got other things as well. So I think we're in a good position to lead with Gengar right off the bat. So I'm going to do that. And the battle begins. So Q's going to lead off with Midlothian, which is the Mesprit, which is fine by me as we lead off with Gengar. So as much as I would love to set and Shadow Ball this thing in the face, I think Gengar is going to be pretty useful later on down the line. So I might just switch out here. I'm probably going to go for a Stealth Rocks here, I would guess. Stealth Rocks would be probably the best bet, I think. They might also just straight up switch out, expecting us to, you know, well, I mean, Shadow Ball is neutral to everything on the team other than the super effective thing. So I think I will switch out here. I'm going to go into Moltres. The reason I want to go into Moltres here is because I'm fully either expecting them to go for a Psychic move or a Thunder Wave or a switch out. So I think going into Moltres is a pretty safe bet. So we'll go into Moltres real quick. There we go. They do withdraw and not wanting to take that Shadow Ball, which is fair enough. What are they going to go into? The Iron Manus, which is their Iron Hands. I watched their week 2 game earlier. I kind of know the nicknames now. So we're in a bit of a tough spot here. So what we could do is we could Nasty Plot. We could Nasty Plot and then Hurricane away. However, I don't think I want to do that. Because I think they're probably, they were Assault Vest last week, so I'm going to assume they're Assault Vest this week. And I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go straight into the Great Tusk. Just because I'm fully expecting a Thunder Punch or an Ice Punch right now. Ice Punch I know is super effective against Great Tusk, but Great Tusk is physically defensive. It can definitely take it no matter what. There's the Ice Punch, expecting maybe the Great Tusk to come in. We're going to take it like a champ. Get some Rocky Helmet chip off on the Iron Hands, which is great. And now I'm going to expect them to switch out or something. So I noticed they've got no hazard removal on their team. So I think I should get up Stealth Rock straight away, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I think Stealth Rock is going to be really important in this game. So they do withdraw the Iron Hands, which is great. No attacking on the Great Tusk anymore. And they're going to go into Midlothian, which is, of course, their Mesprit. So Mesprit is obviously wanting to fire off a Psychic type move here, which is fair enough. We get the Stealth Rocks up, which is great. They're there for good now, unless Enamorus gets defog and I didn't know about it. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So what I'm going to do here is I'm expecting a Psychic type move, or I'm expecting them to go for a U-turn, expecting us to switch out. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go into Moltres to take said Psychic move. They could also go for an Ice Beam, I guess, but I don't think they will. So we'll go into Forks real quick. There we go. And they do go for a Light Screen. So Light Screen is pretty terrifying. Light Screen is pretty terrifying right now. That's not going to do well for us. So I'm going to go for it straight for a Fiery Wrath here. I kind of... Thunder Wave. Oh, wow. Okay, so I wasn't expecting the Thunder Wave. They've just completely ruined my game plan with Moltres. But Fiery Wrath damage is appreciated. Not that we get to get any off because we're fully paralyzed, of course. That is unfortunate. So what can we do here? I think they go for a Reflect, so I'm going to try and get another Fiery Wrath off. They go for a Stealth Rocks of their own, which is fair enough. We have got the Rapid Spin on the Great Tusk, and they don't have a Ghost type. No, they do. They have a Dragapult. Never mind. Ignore me. Fiery Wrath comes through. Let's see if we can get some good damage off. Decent damage. Not the best damage in the world. That's thanks to the Light Screen, of course. So the Light Screen, Thunder Wave, Stealth Rocks, and probably Reflect, I would guess. So what I might do here is I might just go for an Agility. They do withdraw. What are they going to go into? Because if we go for an Agility, we'll outspeed the Iron Hands the next turn. Iron Manos comes in, so there we go. So let's see what kind of set this Iron Manos is. So let's see if we can not fully paralyzed for a start. We got fully paralyzed, which is really unfortunate. I don't want my Great Tusk to take too much damage from this Ice Punch that's coming through our way. So I kind of want to go Rotom. I don't have Will-O-Wisp, I have Thunder Wave on this. Thunder Wave was mainly thinking Iron Moth and Dragapult. I'm expecting Specs Dragapult or possibly Dragon Dance, Dragon Darts, Phantom Force substitute Dragon Dance like he brought last week. But I'm fully expecting an Ice Punch right now to the face. So you know what I might do, because we're basically, this Moltres is pretty useless right now. I'm going to go for a Hurricane, because I know we can take an Ice Punch, and then it'll activate our Berserk, which is great. And then it'll pop a Citrus Berry, which means we can take at least one more, I think. Can we take one more of those? Maybe not. Please don't be fully paralyzed. There we go. We hit the Hurricane, which is nice at +1. I know Light Screen is up, but it's damage at the end of the day. And it confuses. The Hax is finally on my side. It's been off my side this whole game. Let's go for a Hurricane. Well, let's hope they don't break through, because I got fully paralyzed twice. They got the Ice Punch off, which is unfortunate. So Moltres does go down, which is really unfortunate. So now we've got a couple of options. We can go into Great Tusk if we want to and go for an Earthquake. I think I might do that, to be honest with you, and go for a Rapid Spin. I think that's probably the best way to go about this. So I'm going to go Great Tusk. I would have switched out to Rotom, but again, they could easily have gone for a Close Combat to finish us off there. Close Combat would have finished off Moltres, so they could have easily gone for that, and that would have done a lot of damage to my Rotom, and we don't want that. And Rotom can't really do anything to this thing, especially if it's Assault Vest, like I actually predict it might be. I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin, get rid of these Stealth Rocks for a start. So they do withdraw. What are they going to go into? Hopefully something that we can now outspeed thanks to Midlothian. I was worried about them bringing the Dragapult in, but I didn't think they would. I really didn't think they would. So this thing's got no attacking moves by the looks of it. By the looks of it, has no attacking moves. We do get hurt by the Rocky Helmet, which is unfortunate. And the Point Stones disappear from our end of the field, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure Knockoff will KO, and I'm pretty sure we outspeed here, so I'm going to go for a Knockoff real quick. There we go, Knockoff comes through, takes out the Mesprit, which is great. So Great Tusk. In comes Joakim Noah, which is the Tauros Paldea. It's going to get some stones dug into it, which is always nice. Gets the Intimidate off, which is going to come in clutch for them later. I can tell. Now, we don't have the best switch-ins to this other than the Iron Leaves. I feel like they don't get any coverage for Iron Leaves, so I kind of want to go into it. And if we can get off a Swords Dance here, we're actually going to be in a really good position. So I'm actually tempted to sack off Great Tusk just in case they do have something for us. If they go for a Trailblaze, it's fine. I think I'm going to go straight to Iron Leaves here. I think that's the best play I can go for. So we'll go to Iron Leaves real quick. And then we'll try and get off a Swords Dance. I think this is the best way we can go about this. So we've weakened the Iron Hands. The Enamorous is at full HP, but it can't Terror. So we're going to boost our speed with a Booster Energy, which is great. They do go for a Trailblaze, but they're not going to outspeed us despite that. They probably want to switch out here, so I'm going to go straight for... I'm going to go for the Terror, and then I'm going to Swords Dance. The Terror is because I'm pretty sure they can have Mega Horn. And Terrifier works for us pretty well here, so I'm going to go for the Terrifier Swords Dance. I think that's the best way to go about this. I don't think they'll predict the Terror and go for a Raging Bull, that's for sure. So we're going to Terror. They do stay in by the looks of it. Hopefully they don't go for the Raging Bullet predicting the Terrifier right now. That would be bad. That would be very bad if they did that. So we'll go for a Swords Dance real quick. We should still outspeed because of the Booster Energy over their Trailblaze. I'm just hoping they don't go for a Raging Bull because I'm pretty sure it KOs us. If it doesn't KO us, that'd be amazing. If they do predict this is going to be a wild prediction if they do predict this. A wild prediction. They go for a close combat. Doesn't get the KO though. Does lower their defenses though, which is great. So now we get a clean KO. We get a nice and clean KO. We've got the Booster Energy speed. I don't suspect they've got any Choice Scarf users. Let's go for that Psyblade and get the KO on this Tauros real quick. So we go for the Psyblade. Going to easily get the KO on that Tauros. No problems there. So Tauros goes down to Leaves. And hopefully from here, we can actually do a lot of damage to their team. Hopefully. Hopefully this gives us enough momentum to actually finish this game properly. And hopefully they don't have Scarf Iron Moth or something daft like that. So in comes the Iron Pizza. Are they Booster Energy? Oh, nice and shiny. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. So it's going to get some Stealth Rock damage. So it's not Boost. It is going to pop a Booster Energy, which is going to boost its what? Speed. Now, they can easily go for a Sludge Wave here. I'm pretty sure Iron Leaves gets outsped here. So what I'm going to do instead is, because this thing outspeeds us, thanks to this Booster Energy, I'm tempted to sack something off here. I'm thinking Rotom's not doing much for us this game, so I kind of want to go into that. Like I said, we get outsped and KO'd here. There's no point letting it happen. Let's just sack off Rotom. They might go for a Fiery Dance, expecting to switch into Gengar, for example, to take a Sludge Wave. But we're going to sack off Rotom anyway to a potential Sludge Wave. They do go for Sludge Wave. Oh, that shiny looks gorgeous. It's not even a 2-hit KO, which is crazy good. Absolutely crazy good. So now we can go straight for a Thunder Wave and hopefully paralyze this thing. And if we can paralyze the Dragapult, that'd be amazing. I think they're going to expect a Volt Switch here, expecting them to switch. So they go for another Sludge Wave, which is great for us. We are able to tank that, and we're able to go for a clean Thunder Wave right now, paralyzing the Iron Moth, thus crippling it for the rest of the game, which is fantastic. So now that that's happened, we can take advantage of this situation. I don't need Rotom for anything else, I don't think. So let's go for the Hex. Now that it's low on HP, it doesn't really do anything. They still outspeed us because of the Booster Energy. I was hoping to get a Hex off there, but it doesn't really matter. So down it goes, which is good for us. Now, if I go into Iron Sword, they're going to Terror, because they won't want to take the Psyblade to the face. If they go into Gengar, they're going to go ahead and Terror as well. I think our best bet's Walking Wake Draco Meteor. That'll bait out the Enamorous, though. That's the problem. So I think if they're... I think they Terror. If we go Iron... Oh, I need Iron Leaves. I think the best thing to do here is to go for the Walking Wake. Personally, I think the best thing to do is go for the Walking Wake. They have very limited switches to the Walking Wake. They have Enamorous, and that's it. And if Enamorous comes in, we'll just hard switch into Gengar, for example, or Iron Sword. I think I go for a Draco here. I think I definitely go for a Draco here. It'll KO the Iron Moth for a start, which would be nice. So they do decide to Terror, probably into Terror Grass to take this incoming Water move, which is great for us because we decided to go for a Draco Meteor here, which means Walking Wake's going to get KO. There's the Grass. They decided to Terror. We kind of read the Terror by going for the Draco Meteor, which is great. It's a risk because obviously they can go into Enamorous here. And obviously we can miss the Draco Meteor, but we don't, I don't think. Nope. And we take out the Iron Moth. So there we go. So Walking Wake takes out Iron Moth, which is fantabulous. So Iron Moth going down is great. The only problem we've got now is the Dragapult gets a free switch in, and we have limited resources for that. In comes Ham Sandwich. So this is the crucial part. We kind of have to lose our Walking Wake here, because if we switch out and they Dragon Dance, it's over. if they Draco Meteor here, it's not over. We still have the Gengar in the back, who's Choice Scarf to get outspeed and KO. So if they Dragon Dance and we can Draco Meteor them in the face, it's a ballsy play. I don't want to lose Walking Wake, but it's not really doing anything for us other than this now. So let's go for it. Let's see, expect the Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance comes through! Yes! They go for the Dragon Dance, and I think Specs Draco Meteor, even at -2 attack, a special attack, should still KO the Dragapult unless we miss. We don't miss. Draco Meteor comes through, KOs the Dragapult, which is absolutely fantastic. Now we just have the Iron Hands and the Enamorous to deal with. So we can preserve the Walking Wake right now. We can preserve the Walking Wake right now. So in comes Glamorous, the Enamorous. So Enamorous is a big threat right now. If this is physically defensive Calm Mind, we are kind of boned. But I have faith. I have absolute faith that Gengar can push through with this right now. I think Gengar can do it. I'm going to switch Gengar in hard. If they go for an Earth Power expecting that, then so be it. But I think they go for a Calm Mind here. I'm pretty sure they go for a Calm Mind here, in which case we'll trick them with a Choice Scarf. So let's go for that. So they go for a Moonblast, which is fair enough. Moonblast is going to do a decent chunk of damage to us. It does lower our special attack, which makes Gengar pretty useless. They do get disabled, which is kind of crazy. And now we've got a couple of options here. We have got a couple of options. So I kind of, now that they're disabled on the Moonblast, I kind of want to trick them. I kind of want to Sludge Bomb them as well, though. I don't think we need to trick them. I think we Sludge Bomb. I think we just Sludge Bomb them in the face. So we Sludge Bomb them in the face. Solid damage, which is great. They go for the Mystical Fire, which is, of course, going to be able to nearly take us out, but it does lower our special attack even further. Now we go for another Sludge Bomb just to get some more damage off. This could invite the Iron Hands in, by the way. This could invite the Iron Hands in, but it doesn't. We go for the Sludge Bomb, nearly takes out the Glamorous. No poison, which is a shame. They go for a Draining Kiss, which is going to be, obviously, restore some of their health, but not enough, as now, all we need to do is bring Walking Weight back in and we get another KO, which is absolutely crazy good. Absolutely crazy good. This is going to be a close game. This is for sure going to be a close game. So I'm going to bring Walking Wake back in. So we got Enam, KOing Gengar. So now we just have to go for Surf. Surf is the only move we need to go for. If you're wondering why I don't have Hydro Steam, Surf's actually more powerful. Hydro Steam's only better in the sun. And there's no sun this game. There's definitely going to be no sun this game. So Enamorous goes down. Walking Wake, Enam. And now all we have left is the Iron Hands, and we've won this game. We've won this game if we can get rid of the Iron Hands. And we still have Iron Leaves in the back with Psyblade ready to go. All we need to do is weaken this thing. So we get some Stealth Rogue damage, which is great. Are they going to go for a Drain Punch or a Belly Drum or something? So let's go for a Surf real quick. Let's just go for a Surf, just to get some damage off. There we go. It's Choice Specs and all that. They go for a Thunder Punch. Definitely does a lot of damage. Not enough to get the KO, as Walking Wake is going to pull out another W for us. Walking Wake's KO'd 4 Pokemon this game, which is crazy. So Iron Hands goes down to the Surf, and that is going to be the game. So GGQ, that was a pretty fun game. Really enjoyed that one. Glad we finally managed to pull a W again after the appalling week 3 that we had. That week 3, we don't talk about week 3, so it was a nice 3-0 victory in our favor as well, which is great. Absolutely great. So it's a W. It's a W. So GGQ, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.